Robots in the dark, quiet gardens, and the question of what humanity is becoming. God bless. The meeting should have ended. It was already late. Most of the campus had gone quiet except for distant maintenance crews, server hums, and the occasional soft movement of autonomous utility carts gliding silently along illuminated pathways. But as the wizard prepared to leave, the founder paused near the doorway and asked, "Want to walk the grounds for a few minutes?" The wizard smiled immediately. Because some of the most important conversations in history probably began with, "Let's take a walk." Midnight Texas. The night air was warm. Not hot. Comfortable. The Texas sky stretched endlessly overhead while low campus lighting reflected gently across walkways and water retention ponds designed to recycle rainfall back into the landscape. The wizard noticed again how intentionally calm the environment felt. No giant flashing advertisements. No sensory overload. The founder explained, "We learned pretty quickly that stressed nervous systems make poor long-term decisions." The wizard nodded. Civilization may depend more on emotional architecture than people realize. 6. The prototype yard. They entered a large outdoor testing area. Rows of machines stood quietly beneath the night sky. Construction robots, mobility systems, agricultural units, maintenance drones, humanoid assistance platforms. Some moved slowly through automated routines. Others remained motionless like sleeping mechanical animals. The wizard stopped near one humanoid unit adjusting solar panels under dim lighting. It moved carefully. Patiently. No dramatic jerking motions. No intimidation displays. Just quiet functionality. The founder's observation, "We intentionally reduced aggressive movement patterns," the founder explained. Humans subconsciously react to machine posture and motion. The wizard laughed softly. "You're designing for psychology, not just mechanics." The founder pointed toward the campus. "Everything here is psychology eventually." The garden sector. To the wizard's surprise, the next area was not machinery at all. Gardens. Fruit trees. Hydroponic systems. Small sitting areas. Water channels. Night blooming flowers. The founder noticed his expression. "Future civilizations still need beauty," he said simply. The wizard became very quiet after that. The human problem. As they walked, the founder finally admitted something openly. "Technology is accelerating faster than human emotional maturity." The wizard responded immediately. "That's why people are exhausted. The nervous system evolved for villages. Now it's processing planetary-scale input every hour." The founder stopped walking briefly. "Exactly. The AI question." They eventually reached a quieter section of the campus where experimental AI systems coordinated infrastructure loads in real time. The founder asked, "Do you think AI can become conscious?" The wizard thought carefully. Then answered honestly, "I think humanity still struggles to define consciousness clearly enough to answer that question responsibly." The founder smiled. "Best answer I've heard all year." "The real fear?" the wizard then asked. "What do you actually fear?" The founder looked out across the prototype grounds before answering. "Not dramatically. Not politically. Just honestly. That humanity might become emotionally fragmented before it becomes wise enough to manage its own tools." The night grew very still. Because the wizard knew that fear was shared by many people quietly building the future. The Mars reflection far overhead, the stars shone brilliantly. The founder pointed upward. "People romanticize Mars, but Mars won't save us from ourselves." The wizard answered softly, "No, but it may force us to confront ourselves honestly." The sleeping robot. As they passed another prototype bay, The wizard noticed a humanoid unit sitting motionless on a charging platform. Head tilted slightly downward. Almost reflective. For one strange moment it looked less like a machine, and more like a worker resting after a long shift. The wizard chuckled quietly. "Careful," he said. "People are going to start emotionally bonding with these things." The founder sighed. "They already are." The quiet realization near midnight they arrived at a small overlook above the campus. Below them, laboratories glowed softly, gardens moved gently in the wind, robots continued silent maintenance tasks, distant engineers worked through the night. The wizard suddenly understood something important. The future would not arrive as one clean event. It would emerge unevenly. Quietly. Messily. Humanly. The founder's last question before returning inside, the founder asked one final thing. "Do you still believe humanity makes it through this century?" The wizard looked across the lights for a long moment. Then smiled faintly. "Yes, but only if we learn that intelligence without compassion becomes instability." The founder nodded slowly. Neither man spoke after that for several minutes. There was nothing left to add. Final entry. Back in his room, the wizard wrote carefully. The prototype grounds were not building a cold machine civilization. Then added. They were attempting to build systems gentle enough for fragile nervous systems to survive rapid evolution. And finally, perhaps the true test of advanced civilization is not technological power, but whether wisdom grows at the same rate. God bless. Global Robotics Corporation. Robert Coley.